Next assumption, silent but violent farts. Scandals. Not so silent, definitely violent. Hello and welcome back to the Introvert Circus. I'm Sassafras and I'm here with Sirius, and today we are going to be responding to your assumptions about her. I put a question up. I know I do have a cookie in my hand. I put a question up on her Instagram, on my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, asking for your assumptions about her, and we got, are you going to say hi? We got a lot of assumptions. So we're gonna respond to them today. If you're not already following, all of the information about our social media is below. And if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube, please do. We are really working, Sirius is getting up close and personal. We are working really, really hard to continue to grow our channel. The YouTube algorithms are not super friendly to tiny channels. Touch. Thank you. Like ours. And so yeah, please subscribe. So the first question is, you like sticks? Anybody who follows her Instagram absolutely knows fact. She loves sticks and loves collecting them and carrying them on our walks. You wear a toupee. It's all real. 100% real. New fluff. No toupee. You are a goofball. She's an absolute, total, complete goofball. Fact. My assumption about Sirius is that she is so beautiful and I love her so much. Lots of kisses from Italy. Thank you. Absolutely, she is very lovable. Right. Next account. We got more. Sirius can be stubborn, loving, this is an assumption, can be stubborn and loving in her own way and is a gentle giant. Are you stubborn? True, she can totally be stubborn. She is very loving in her own way. Yeah. And I would say for her size, she is a gentle giant. She's not the gentlest giant in the world when she is rambunctious and playing, but she is super gentle. Okay. Next assumption is that, I just thought, there it is, that she likes napping. Great timing. Are we gonna go to nap mode? Nap mode. She does like napping. Sirius is kind of, like most Newfoundlands, has two speeds. One is spicy potato and the other is asleep. So definitely enjoys a nap. Okay, next assumption, that she must be hot with all that fur. So I would say that summer is not her favorite season, but actually one of the really cool things about Newfoundlands in their double coat is that all of this fluff, while it does keep them warm in cold weather and swimming in cold water, it also acts as an insulator. And so actually that dense coat helps to keep her cool in the summer as well. So she might not be as hot as you would think. She's also glad we have air conditioning. That she is brilliant and slobbery. High five. Totally brilliant and, yep, also slobbery. I think she would give great doggy hugs, is an assumption. She does give great doggy hugs, and she can knock you over if she wanted to. That she could, next assumption, that she could take me down in one giant doggy hug and I would 100% accept my fate, but I'm sure she is trained not to jump on people. She absolutely probably could take you down. She's 105 pounds of pure muscle, and she does give great hugs, and you need to be braced for them, and I cue her to hug all the time. Next assumption is drool everywhere. Well, you can see my hand is covered in drool. Absolutely. Drool is a part of life with a Newfoundland. Anybody who tells you that there is a dry mouth Newfoundland is lying. They are super drooly. The amount of drool they have differs between Newf to Newf. I would say she's actually a pretty average drooler. She doesn't drool as much as some. She did lose a drooling contest at our Newfoundland club last year. I know, you were like one of the least droolies. But drool does get everywhere, and so we spend time every day wiping down baseboards, cabinets, sometimes the ceiling, to get that drool up. She's decided that she's in nap mode now. Next assumption, would be very hot in the summer months, also could easily knock me over, though I'm a large woman, but I'd be into it if she gave me, if she gave my face a few friendly licks after doing it. However, I've seen your dog training skills, so I doubt she'd ever do that, but she could if you told her to. Ha. Yeah, absolutely. She could knock you over if she wanted to. And she's usually pretty gentle about that and hugs when cued. But she probably wouldn't hug somebody that she didn't know particularly well. She likes to reserve that for family, but she certainly, we can see a drool. We can see a drool. Yes, definitely could do that. Next assumption, her inner voice is like the abominable snowman from Bugs Bunny. Maybe. I could totally see that. She also, I think, kind of has a very princess interior voice where she says, but I want to get my puppuccino now. I'm lying. We're actually not getting puppuccinos today. I'm sorry. I assume Sirius enjoys water and outdoor exploration, but this is perhaps partially because Sirius has become my mental image for the Lewis and Clark expedition dogs. Yeah, she loves swimming. Swimming is one of her absolute favorite activities. She loves going and doing things outside, though I wouldn't call her particularly outdoorsy. She doesn't love hiking. She likes water. She likes to play in water, and then she likes to take big nap. But she does enjoy going on outdoor adventures for sure. And I'm with you. She's completely my image for the Lewis and Clark expedition as well. If you have been on our channel for a little while, you probably know that I have a little tiny bit of an obsession with Seaman, who was the Newfoundland on that journey, and living in Oregon now, I enjoy finding all of the art and statues about Seaman. Sirius's elite performer routine was a reenactment of Seaman's journey, as was her submission for the 2020 AKC National Trick Dog Competition. So we have some Seaman love up in here. Next question, that she would fit on my lap. I'm gonna go no. Actually, she wouldn't, because she doesn't like sitting on laps, so she would not fit on your lap. That my next assumption, that my husband, who is anxious around big dogs, could quickly be won over by Sirius as long as he didn't have to bring her home. Maybe. It depends on what your husband's sort of like hang-ups are about large dogs. She probably wouldn't really have any interest in him. So if it was comforting for him to see a large dog being pretty cool at a distance, then yeah, probably she would. She doesn't really have much interest in people, so she wouldn't be a big charmer probably, unless he had really good treats, in which case she would be very excited about that. I will say though, I don't know that she would necessarily win over somebody who was hesitant about large dogs, because she is really big, she's really drooly, and people who aren't a big fan of large dogs don't necessarily enjoy that. Next assumption, that she is super gentle and loving and cuddly and doesn't have a mean bone in her other than normal when someone or something tries to take food away or a bone. Yeah, I mean, she's super gentle, super loving. She also has her own sense of right and wrong. She totally has a temper. She is an absolute bitch in the doggiest sense of the word. So she's no saint. She's a Newfoundland. Next assumption, that she loves tug games. Yep, tug is her absolute favorite game. Next assumption, that she's dopey. Sirius is completely dopey. She's definitely kind of a class clown. We joke that she's a little bit of a jock. Yeah, I know. She's like, this is a boring video. I'm not doing anything. She, her favorite thing is when she gets to like do stuff and gets to train. Yeah, otherwise she's like, why are we just sitting here being drooly? Next assumption, that she is a huge, lovable, doofus, geeky, smart dog who loves water and drools more than I can safely imagine. Probably yes to all of those things. She loves water. She's totally a doofus. She's incredibly smart, like ridiculously smart. I said loves water, I already said that. And oh yeah, the drool. We got the drools happening right now. Next assumption, she eats a lot. She actually doesn't eat that much, comparatively. Well, I guess it depends on what you're comparing it to. Certainly compared to my late Chihuahua, she ate a whole lot. But she eats a really high quality food, and so the amount she eats is not all that much. I say she eats 3 cups a day, so not an insignificant amount, I guess. Yeah. She says, we're talking about food. Why am I not eating it? I know. Next assumption. She looks like a happy dog. She's an incredibly happy dog. She's really, other than needing knee surgery, there's really never been anything bad that has happened in her entire life to her. So she says, my knee surgery. Other than that, she has lived a very, very pampered life, and she is very, very happy pretty much all the time. Next assumption, she looks like a dog that tolerates hugging, stereotype plus her expression in your videos. She will absolutely tolerate hugging. She's a very good sport about it. Yeah, but only, I would say, from us. Otherwise she would be like, who are you? Why are you trying to hug me? We actually just did an interview with Zazie Todd from Companion Animal Psychology, who was asking, I don't remember how it came up, and we say no to anybody. Well, now we say no to anyone that wants to pet her because we're in a pandemic, but we say no to people that want to pet her because people lose their mind when they see Newfoundlands, and strangers will throw themselves on the ground and try to hug her, and she's like, I'm gonna back away from you because you're being weird. So yes, she is a very good sport about hugs with her family. Next assumption, that dog is a giant fuzzy goofball. Are you a goofball? Yeah, accurate, completely accurate. Next assumption, Sirius is in the witness protection program, having turned in a major crime boss. False. We did move from New York City, but not because she's in the witness protection program. Next assumption, that Sirius is calm, gentle, and fun, smooshy, and is the goodest girl. Are you the goodest? She is the goodest girl, but she is not calm, and she is super fun. Or she is calm. She has her calm moments, but I would say that she's very sporty, and she wants to do stuff. She wants to train. She wants to play. Yeah. And so depending on what your definition of calm is or isn't, I would say compared to most people's assumptions about how calm giant dogs are, she is a little bit more of a spicy potato. Next assumption, that she has a giant collection of sticks. She would if we let her. She does bring a stick home, usually once to twice a day, but we put them in the compost bin when she's not watching. I know. That's where they go. I know. She says, you just broke my heart. You just broke my heart. What do you mean the sticks are there? I know. Did I just get drill on my face? Yes. I know. We put your sticks in the compost bin. How could we? That's her interior voice, her monologue, though. Definitely, I think, from an earlier question. It's kind of princess, kind of baby talk. Next assumption, that she is perpetually damp. Well, it would depend on what she was doing. If we are traveling to like the ocean, like when we would spend a week in Provincetown, Massachusetts, she would be perpetually damp for that entire week. If she's watching out the window. If it is summer and her baby pool is out in the yard, then she is damp, not infrequently. But in general, no, not unless she is spending a lot of time in water. Next assumption, that she needs very, very frequent brushing and probably leaves fabulous black fur everywhere. So we brush daily, or we aspire to brush daily, at minimum every other day. And yeah, so grooming intensive breed. She doesn't actually leave a whole lot of fluff anywhere in the house other than when she is in a heavy shed season, but that's because we groom every day. Next assumption, that she is a giant, sweet, lovable, cuddly teddy bear, like a giant body pillow type, and she will just cuddle all day and night. False. Probably the biggest false on here. She's not cuddly at all. She is one of the least cuddly dogs I know I've ever had. Lose my earring. She will tolerate cuddles. Sometimes. She has definitely matured into a dog that will humor me and will, if I ask her to, get up on the couch with me, or if I ask her to, get into bed with me, and she'll stay until I fall asleep, which is very quickly. But she is not a dog who seeks out cuddling at all. She would seek out playing, she will seek out training, doing tricks, that stuff she loves to do, and will do it nonstop. But definitely cuddling, not her favorite thing. Next, she is brilliant and fit Noof who looks fabulous. Yeah, true. Absolutely. She is super, super fit. We do a ton of training all the time. She loves to train. She loves to play training games. And I like to think she looks fabulous because she's fabulous. Next assumption, silent but violent farts. Scandals. Not so silent, definitely violent. She farts like a people. Like, she's people-sized, and her farts are people-sized. I can't believe I'm talking about my farts on the internet. I am talking about your farts on the internet. That's embarrassing. Next assumption. It said that she drools a lot. She absolutely does drool a lot. I think that was by far the most asked or most assumed thing about her, and it's super true. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Those are all the assumptions that we got today. If you did, again, please give it a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe. If you made it all the way through, let us know in the comment section. And we're going to be back for another Vlogmas video tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching.